From the hot-tempered John McEnroe to the explosive Serena Williams, these are the craziest moments in tennis history. It's no secret that John McEnroe has a fiery temper. His meltdown at Wimbledon in 1981 is a classic example of that.
What did I say, umpire? Tell me. Please tell me.
Lui demande
Please
de
tell me.
redire ce qu'il a dit.
I want you to not call because you made a mistake.
The score is 5 games to...
After disagreeing with a line call, McEnroe famously shouted, "You cannot be serious," to the chair umpire, and the moment quickly became a part of tennis folklore. The outburst cemented McEnroe's reputation as one of the most controversial players in tennis history, and is still remembered as one of the wildest moments in the sport. John McEnroe's on-court antics were the stuff of legends. He was never afraid to express his emotions, whether it was through lashing out. This made him one of the most entertaining players in the sport. McEnroe was truly unique in his ability to switch gears, going from a hot-headed player on the court to a cool and collected individual off the court.
He's walking over. Everyone knows it's in this whole stadium, and you call it out? Explain that to me, will you?
He was a true enigma, captivating audiences with his unpredictable behavior and his unmatched talent. But when it comes to the craziest moments in tennis history, McEnroe's antics are only the tip of the iceberg. For now, let's go back to 2008 for an epic battle between two of the sport's biggest legends, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal at Wimbledon. The Wimbledon final between Rafa and the Fed Express was nothing short of epic. The match lasted for over 4 hours, with Federer ultimately emerging victorious in 5 sets. With incredible shots, momentum swings, and drama, this match was one of the wildest moments in tennis. It was a testament to the incredible talent and competitiveness of both Federer and Nadal, and it solidified their status as two of the greatest players in the sport. Federer and Nadal's rivalry has become one of the most iconic in tennis history, with the two players facing off against each other in numerous memorable matches over the years. Their head-to-head battles captivated audiences around the world, and their intense on-court battles have become a staple of the sport. Whether you're a fan of Federer's graceful game or Nadal's tenacious fighting spirit, there's no denying that these two players have left an indelible mark on the sport of tennis. Speaking of players leaving their marks on the sport of tennis, the next moment was the shot heard round the world: Goran Ivanišević's Wimbledon victory in 2001. Ivanišević was a former top player who had fallen in rankings, but was given a wild card to play at Wimbledon that year. Throughout the tournament, he battled back from seemingly impossible situations and faced off against Patrick Rafter in the final. The shot that made Ivanišević's victory so memorable was a serve that he hit for a winner in the final point of the match. With the score tied at 40-40, Ivanišević hit an incredible serve that Rafter couldn't return, giving Ivanišević the championship and sending the crowd into a frenzy. The serve was a fitting end to an incredible journey for Ivanišević. And the shot heard around the world is a testament to the heart and determination that Ivanišević brought to the court. Crazy, right? This next one is up there too. In 1973, Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs faced off in a match known as the Battle of the Sexes. It was a highly publicized showdown between the top female player and a former male champion. It drew a record-breaking television audience and was watched by viewers around the world. King defeated Riggs in straight sets, making a statement about the abilities of female athletes, paving the way for greater equality in sports. The Battle of the Sexes was a wild and historic moment in tennis, and it remains one of the most talked about events in the sport's history, even today. Speaking of unforgettable moments in tennis history, picture this. It's 1991, and Jimmy Connors is on the brink of turning 40. Most players would be thinking about retirement, but not Jimmy. He had other ideas, crazy, wild, ambitious ideas. The US Open that year was full of top players, all vying for the title. And there was Jimmy, past his prime and with a lower ranking, facing some of the best players in the game. But Jimmy wasn't deterred. He went out there and played like a man possessed, taking down Jim Courier and Aaron Krickstein on his way to the semifinals. And that's when things really started to get interesting. Despite being the oldest player in the tournament and facing players half his age, Jimmy put on a show for the ages. His never-say-die attitude and incredible shot-making had crowds going wild. Like a magician on the court, pulling off shots that no one thought were possible. But Jimmy wasn't done yet. He had his sights set on the final, and nothing was going to stand in his way. When he faced Jim Courier in the final, no one ever thought it would result in one of the greatest upsets in tennis history. It was like watching a fairy tale come to life. Jimmy defeated Courier to claim his second US Open title, and the crowd went absolutely wild. It was a comeback story that no one saw coming, not even Jimmy. He proved that age is only a number, and that with enough grit, determination, and a dash of magic, anything is possible. Tennis really has served up some unforgettable moments that have left us speechless. But what makes a moment in tennis truly unforgettable? Showcasing the combination of raw emotion, incredible athleticism, and drama that only this sport can deliver. It could be a match that lasts for hours and keeps you on the edge of your seat, or a player's passionate outburst that captivates the world. It could be an underdog's incredible run to glory, or a legendary rivalry that reaches new heights. Whatever it is, a truly unforgettable moment in tennis is one that stays with us long after the match has ended, leaving us in awe of the skill, determination, and heart that this sport embodies. Whether it's a tantrum, another epic battle, or a new player rising to prominence, there's always something exciting happening in the world of tennis. Let's take a look at our final legendary player who made headlines for her on-court outburst at the 2018 US Open Final. None other than Serena Williams. Williams was the talk of the town after losing her cool in the final match against Naomi Osaka. Serena received a warning from the chair umpire for receiving coaching instructions during the match, which led to her smashing her racket in frustration. This display of emotion was met with a second violation for racket abuse, which resulted in a point penalty against Williams. The situation escalated when Williams got into a heated argument with the chair umpire, during which she called him a thief and demanded an apology. Needless to say, Williams received no apology. The incident marked a turning point in the match and also became a defining moment in tennis history, showcasing the intense emotions and drive that Serena brings to the court. It also sparked a heated debate about double standards in the sport, with many arguing that male players are often given more leniency for similar behavior. Serena's passion and fire on the court have made her one of the most beloved players in tennis, and her US Open outburst only added to her legendary status. Serena's drive and determination on the court are unmatched, and she has been a dominant force in the sport for over 2 decades. With 23 Grand Slam single titles to her name, she is widely regarded as one of the greatest players who ever lived. Her strength and grace on the court have inspired countless young girls to pick up a racket, and her impact on the sport will be felt for generations to come. There you have it, ladies and gents. Those were the craziest moments in tennis history.